Imagine standing in front of a wall that can talk, shout insults, and carries a spear the size of a heavy tree trunk. That was the daily reality for an entire army standing in the dusty Valley of Elah thousands of years ago during a brutal war. Every single morning, an 8-foot-tall monster named Goliath walked out and dared someone to fight him, but every soldier was too terrified to move. This wasn't just a big guy, he was a walking fortress covered in bronze armor that weighed over 125 pounds. The king and his bravest soldiers stayed in their tents, shaking with fear, while this giant mocked their faith and their strength for 40 days. Then a young shepherd boy named David showed up, not with a sword or a shield, but with a bag of bread for his brothers. While the professionals were looking at the giant's massive height, David was looking at the situation through the lens of absolute, unshakable faith. He didn't see an impossible monster. He saw a target that was simply too big to miss because he knew he wasn't fighting alone. David refused to wear the king's heavy bronze armor because it didn't fit, choosing instead to stay true to who he actually was. He walked down to the stream and carefully picked up 5 smooth stones, feeling the weight of the water-smoothed rocks in his hand. Goliath laughed out loud when he saw a kid coming toward him, thinking it was a joke, but the atmosphere changed when David started running. Imagine the sound of that leather sling whistling through the air, spinning faster and faster until the stone reached over 100 miles per hour. From the ground level, looking up at that massive shadow, it seemed like David was walking into his own funeral, but he never hesitated. With one fluid motion, he let the stone fly, and the heavy silence of the battlefield was broken by the sound of a single strike. The giant didn't just stumble, he crashed to the earth like a falling tower, proving that equipment doesn't matter when you have true heart. This story isn't just about ancient history, it's about the giants you face in your own life that look way too big to handle. Whether it is a massive bill, a scary health report, or a dream that feels out of reach, you have to remember David's secret. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it is the decision that your purpose is more important than the monster standing in your way. You don't need a sword to win your battles when you have the right perspective and the heart to step onto the field. David showed us that one person with enough faith can change the history of a nation just by standing their ground and swinging. The next time you feel small, remember that the biggest giants have the farthest to fall when someone finally decides to stand up. If you want to see more stories about people who beat the incredible odds and changed the world, like and subscribe for more stories.